Welcome to Ultimate Manhwa Reader. Today's manhwa is You're the Only One I See. Enjoy the video and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to catch all our future series. Let's get started. Hey Jinyong, treat women like stones. Yeah. Hey, this is my unshakable, rock-solid belief. Times I got rejected by a girl, 20 back in elementary school. I don't like you. The reasons for rejection were all over the place. Back then, I was deeply hurt. Having lost my confidence, I started creating an imaginary friend to ask for advice. This guy is my imaginary friend. His name is Jason. Try thinking of all girls as stones. That's the advice Jason gave me. After that, I began training my mind. Women are stones. After repeating this for years, around the start of middle school, girls actually started looking like stones to me for real. Oh right, Jinyong, back to the present. And Seiden's second wish. Hey, are you free after school today? I kinda wanna study with you. Don't get your hopes up. Just because a girl smiled at you or made that kind of offer, don't go think she likes you. Sorry, I'm a bit busy today. That is, if you don't want to get hurt. Ever since I started seeing women as stones, dealing with girls became so much easier. Obviously, because you can talk to a stone without any feelings getting in the way. Right, Jason? I agree. But I do worry that things might stay this way and I'll never be able to date anyone. What are you talking about? We already decided to give up on that stuff, I suppose. I'd rather not hear things like you're a creep or you're not my type. This is way more comfortable. It's been almost 5 years since girls started looking like stones to me. I don't even think about dating anymore. Well, as long as you're comfortable with it. Yeah. Hey, this looks like you dropped it. It's yours, right? Huh? What's going on? Why doesn't she look like a stone? This is a problem. It's been way too long since I've seen an actual girl's face. What do I do? Stay calm. I need to stay calm. Why aren't you answering? Wow. But maybe it's because it's been so long. You, really pretty. Huh? Thank you? Wait, what? Thanks for picking it up. And sorry. What was that? Seriously? Park Jinyong, you idiot. You just said pretty? To a girl you just met. This is a serious problem. What if this turns into a rumor? I actually thought that was pretty sweet and smooth of you. There's no way. Don't be too hard on yourself, my friend. That's strange. Why is the only one who doesn't look like a stone? That I cannot say. So what are you going to do now? If you leave things as they are, there's a chance some weird rumor might spread. That you like me? That gives me chills. Is something like going to happen again? After all that hard training I did, and something like this still happens. Everything is ruined now. Jason, punch, execute. Don't let your head explode. Think of a plan. I don't know why she doesn't look like a stone to me, but can't I just avoid running into her? She even seems to be in a different class, so if you're careful about where you go, the chances of crossing paths are low. That's true. Jason's right. As long as I don't run into her, there's no reason to get flustered again. Oh what? Running into you again? You know me, right? And yet, here we are. What do I do, Jason? Stay calm. Just talk naturally. Who is that? Oh well. Right. For now, treat her the same way I treat the stone girls. He's the one who called me pretty yesterday. Oh my god. No way. I was so shocked too. So? Am I pretty today too? Ha ha ha, you're something else. Jong Seonwoo. What are you doing, haha, why not? Huh? Running away. Smart move. Yeah. If I'd stayed any longer, I would have gotten dragged in. Don't let it get to you. That laugh just now was definitely her making fun of me. No way. Don't go getting any ideas. Maybe she likes me? What is going on, seriously? Anyway, I am never running into her again. Or so I thought. She stands out way too much surrounded by all those stones. Oh hey, can't be helped. I have no choice but to dodge her every time we cross paths. Well, today I got through it safely. This whole thing is exhausting. Good work. I need to go home and think of another plan. Seriously, how did it even come to this? Hey, you. Whoa, you scared me. Did I scare you? Why do we keep running into each other? Until I figure out a plan, I need to avoid her as much as possible. Are you gonna run away again? Unbelievable. I try to say hi and you keep ignoring me. You avoid eye contact. You run away every time you see me. Did I do something wrong to you? You're seriously weird. Great, now there's another misunderstanding. Okay, let me think of something to say, fast. Well, the reason I've been acting like that is... Think of an excuse, quick. Well, every other girl looks like a stone to me, but you... Oh no. Hey, Jason. What I just said was... Oh, that's... What's your name? Huh? It's Park Jinyong. Alright, Jinyong. Can I tell you one thing? What you just said, that was flirting. The advice my imaginary friend Jason gave me when I was young. First, treat women like stones. Make sure you say hi to me next time failed. Second, don't get your hopes up. Marry me. How about we come our way? Oh, emu. That's so fashionable. I hate mom and dad. What's up, baby? Missuck? You've worked so hard, dear. I'll go on ahead. Honey. What a mess. The first real girl's face I've seen in a full 5 years. I guess it makes sense that I completely lost it. Anyway, just avoiding her isn't going to work anymore. So what do I do now? In situations like this, the most important thing is having a clear ultimate goal. A goal? Yeah. When you started seeing women as stones, you stopped feeling anything when a girl was right in front of you. That's why you were able to stay calm and composed. That you like me? That gives me chills. And you never got hurt by a girl ever again. But then this girl suddenly shows up who doesn't look like a stone. And that's exactly where the side effect of seeing all women as stones kicks in. Specifically, you built up zero immunity to an actual girl's face. It was more than enough to bring out the awkward side of you. That's a bit harsh calling it that. You're right though. If things keep going like this, it'll end up just like before. There is a way. Either way, all you need to do right now is keep your cool around her. Oh my god. Jinyong is staring at you. No way. Isn't he glaring though? Hey Jason, what was this plan again? Isn't he glaring though? But why do you look like that? Oh, I just can't see well from here. So the plan was to keep looking at a girl who doesn't look like a stone until you get used to her face? Yeah, but do something about your expression. At least try smiling. Got it. Oh my god. Jinyong just smiled at you. No way. Does he think she can't see him staring? Because why else would he be this obvious about it? At this distance, she probably can't make out my expression anyway. So do I even need to watch my face? It's just a little uncomfortable for me to watch. Let's turn back now. Keep staring and people will get the wrong idea. Okay. Hey Sujung, do you know who that is? Of course I do. Jinyong's actually pretty popular with the girls, you know? Oh really? Yeah, so a few of them have tried talking to him before, but he just seems completely and totally not interested in girls. Not into dating, just does his own thing. The cool guy type? Well, that kind of attitude is exactly what gets girls interested, ironically. But why? Did you get a little curious about him because he was looking at you? What? No, it's just... There's just something that's been on my mind a bit. Hey Jason. The more I think about it, the more I feel like this plan isn't that great. The whole point of the plan was to get used to her face so I can stay around her, right? Right. But to do that, I'd have to keep following her around and staring. That's seriously something a stalker would do. It would actually make things even worse. So it's either come off as awkward or come off as stalker. This is quite the predicament. Are you serious right now? So what about looking at photos of her instead? Like, find her Insta or something? Now that sounds like a great idea, right? Then go ask her for it. In person? Well, what else would you do? This is really too much. Well, can I get your Instagram ID? Sure, okay. Ooh. Open the app, I'll type it in for you. Oh yeah, looks like he's gonna pull this off pretty easily. Let me see. Huh? Hey, Jinyong, did you just make this account? Huh? Well, yeah. Why? I don't really do social media, so I made it real quick. Is something wrong with it? Fuhaha, why is she laughing? So that means Jinyong came straight to find me the second he made his account? Oh wow, he literally did. Oh my god, this is so funny. LOL, seriously though. Hahaha, I was so fixated on the goal that I lost of everything else. I should have thought it through a little more before acting. What do I do, Jason? I'm so done for. Jason. Well, that's true, but the first person I ran into after making it was you. No good. My inner awkward self is starting to come out. Hahaha. Okay. But, aren't you curious about my number? Fuhaha, I'm just kidding. Your reactions are funny. I followed you. Take your phone back. Oh, yeah. Make sure to like lots of my posts, alright, see ya. Marry me. Oh my, you're making me blush. How about we name our baby Missuck? I hate mom and dad. That little rascal. Stop playing that reel in your head. Oops. Haha, what even is this? Her photo sense is really something else. Seonwoo liked your photo. Oh my, wow. He even asked for your Insta? Jinyong did? Yeah, and with a brand new account he just made. PF. Haha, seriously crazy. He must really be into you. Hey, but Sukyung, there's something I'm curious about. What is it? Is it true he normally isn't interested in girls at all? It's true. He only acts like that with you. Really? So it's really like that? Oh. Then how about I show you right now if it's true or not? Huh? How? Oh my gosh, no way. I fell down. Sukyung is hurt. I think it'd be nice if Jinyong came and helped me up. Sukyung is hurt, EW. Hahaha, flinch. He yanked you up like he was pulling out a radish. Ha 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 ha, well, either way, looks like you were right. You little piece of crap. So, have you gotten used to her face at all? I'm not sure. I keep looking at her. But, startled. It feels kind of new every single time I see her. Looks like we've still got a long way to go. I think we need to figure out the real reason. The real reason. Why is she the only one who doesn't look like a stone? So I've come up with a few theories. Cough freeze. Wait. Seonwoo's over there. This is bad. I see. What's she doing over there? That's Jinyong, right? Hey. Small. Ugh. What are you doing just standing here? I need to take the bus home, but I don't have bus fare. Oh really? Where's your place? I live in Seonwoo Village Apartments. What? If you live in Seonwoo Village Apartments, you can just walk. It's not that simple. Why not? Because my chronic anemia? This is all the money I have, but do you want to use it for bus fare? No, no. That makes it sound like I'm shaking you down, just walk me home instead. Jinyong. What? You're not gonna just leave me here, are you? This way, wait. Out of nowhere? So then Sukyoung said to me at the time. Blah blah chat chat. Yada yada. And then this happened, and that happened. Are you even listening? This is so sudden. I did not expect to be walking home alone together like this. I feel insanely uncomfortable right now. Something like this happened back then too. There was a girl whose route home overlapped with mine, so we ended up walking back together every day. Of course, I naturally started liking her. Huh? It's Park Jinyong and Kim Minji. No way, it really is. Why are they walking together? Are you dating what? We are not. Who would ever date someone like him? After that day, she never walked home with me again, and things ended without me even getting to confess to her. So yeah, this whole situation makes me really uncomfortable. I just want this to be over already. Well, Seonwoo usually takes the bus, so this shouldn't happen again next time. Jong Seonwoo? What's wrong with you? Did you trip on something? Damn uphill road. I told you I have chronic anemia. Uphill? Can you help me walk a bit? Okay. Just take it slowly. Yeah, thanks. I'm so dizzy. He's holding my hand. Hey, what exactly were you trying to do just now? You pulled Sukyoung up like a radish, though. What are you talking about? Who even is Sukyoung? Anyway, I'm home now. Let's say bye here. Thanks for walking me home. Bye. Yeah, bye. It's finally over. Seriously, that was such an uncomfortable time. Thank goodness. This won't happen again tomorrow. I just hope she has money tomorrow, and that she gets chronic anemia or whatever treated. Then my overactive imagination will finally stop. Oh crap, I almost forgot. Jinyong. It's gonna take a while before I get my allowance, so I'll be counting on you again tomorrow, okay? Huff. Geez. I ran here, and now, I'm dizzy again, huh? This is uncomfortable. I want to avoid her. I just want this to be over, and yet, I'm curious about something, my friend. What on earth is that face supposed to be? Seonwoo? Are you okay? Damn stupid running. Why were you running? Just sit down for now. The next day, practicing my low kicks. Why? What are you doing? I'm gonna beat the crap out of Park Jinyong. Let's pick up where we left off yesterday. Why is Seonwoo the only one who doesn't look like a stone? Why is your shirt off? It's hot. The girl who suddenly showed up out of nowhere, Jong Seonwoo. The reason she alone doesn't look like a stone. One of the strongest theories is that really the only reason? I can't think of anything else. Let's talk more about it later. We should get to school first. Sure. Heading to school? Good morning? Did you eat? I was gonna skip breakfast. I'm not really hungry. Your mom made kimchi stew. I'll have some when I get back later. Make sure you eat before you go. Okay, Dad? I'm off. If your theory is right, Jason, then I'm basically faded around by Seonwoo from now on. Can't be helped. Let's just hope my theory is wrong. Don't worry too much. Park Jinyong. I'm going to hit you. Why? I stayed up all night practicing low kicks, just so I could make you hurt. Who even are you? Wow, seriously. I've never been humiliated in my life. See episode 3. How humiliated. Anyway, I can't forgive you. I'll be generous and keep it to about 3 low kicks. Look forward to it. Wait, why do I? Shut it. You damn 4 eyes. What even is this? Running away? I'm actually pretty fast, Unlike Seonwoo, I don't have anemia. Feels like a boulder rolling toward me. Got you, little punk. Low. What the why was that so loud? Kick. Oh wow. Ankle ligament tear. Seonwoo. Seonwoo, are you OGUH? Broken nose. I'm really sorry. Sookyung's always been a bit weird. I'm fine though. Anyway, I ended up alone with Seonwoo again. Jason? Better hope your inner awkward self doesn't come out. What are you doing? Tea time. Just like Jason said, it's just me and Seonwoo again. Please don't say anything stupid this time. Jinyong, do you know what we're having for lunch today? Lunch? I think it was fried yellow croaker? Oh, that's good stuff, nice. Whoa, really? Do you eat breakfast before you come to school? I usually skip it. Do you eat breakfast before you come to school? Why? You must be hungry. My dad's always home in the morning, and it feels kind of awkward being there with him, so I just leave early. You should try to get along with your dad. Yeah, I know. Haha. Oh right, back then Sookyung also. I remember the very first thing I said to Seonwoo. You're really pretty. At first, I thought I only blurted that because it had been so long since I'd seen a girl's face. But looking at her now, she's just really, really pretty. Seonwoo is. Hey, what are you looking at? Am I too pretty for you? Ah, that's not it. I was just looking at. Ha ha ha. Ah, sorry. I'm kidding, was she teasing me? Haha. What do you mean? I mean exactly what I said. Just a little nudge and you panic, and when you panic, you sometimes say really weird things and NNG. Sorry. PFF. Haha. No, don't apologize, it's just that. You're cute. Could Jason have been right all along? The girl who suddenly appeared out of nowhere, Jong Seonwoo. The reason she alone doesn't look like a stone. One of the stronger theories is this. It's simply that you fell for Seonwoo at first sight. Right now, I can't think of any other explanation. Alright then, got a good grip? Time for your proper lesson. Huh, wait. You have to responsibility for what you did, right? Park Jinyong, mind letting go of me? Yeah, that's not happening. Here we go. Middle kick. What is this? Why am I? What? Love at first sight? You with me? Seonwoo, just because I treat you a bit nicely, your happy little fantasies start running wild. Pathetic little loser. Must have had a bad dream or something. Jason, you're out of breath. A dream where Seonwoo despises you. Sounds like your trauma about girls is kicking in again. Yeah, probably. Honestly, I've been having the exact same dream a lot lately. HM? Since when? Since you came up with whole love at first sight with Seonwoo theory? Oh? If that theory is true, then this is a one-sided crush. My friend, what you're feeling is fear. Here's the advice I can give you. Know yourself and know your enemy, and you'll win every time. Hun? If you know your enemy and know yourself, you can fight 100 battles without danger. So basically, you're saying I should learn more about Seonwoo? Exactly. Now that I think about it, I really don't know much about her. This strategy actually sounds pretty good. I'm relieved to hear that. Class 5. This is Seonwoo's class, right? Ugh, I'm nervous. Don't shake so much, my friend. She's not here. Bathroom, maybe? Hey you. That's my seat you're standing in front of. I'm Jumin 18. Oh sorry, I'll move. Humph. Something about this pig really rubs me the wrong way. I'd love to punching him. Hey, have you seen Seonwoo by any chance? This is her seat, right? Yeah, this happens sometimes. Little kids who fall head over heels for that kind of girl. Huh? What's with the way he talks? This is gun. Jason, let's just endure it one more time. Quit babbling, you pig BA. I mean, buddy, you seriously don't know where Seonwoo went? How would I know where a girl says stuff like that goes? What? Damn girl, huh? Don't talk trash about Seonwoo. You've got it bad too, huh? Hey, stand up for a sec. Why? Just stand up. I've got something for you. So much work. My attack. What the sounds like someone's butchering a pig in the classroom. Oh, it's Jinyong? Hi, Seonwoo. This pig called you a damn girl, so I'm beating him up for you. You can keep going. He's always like that. Huh? Hey, why are you even doing this? Haha. He's been like this since we were kids. Since you were kids? Jumin and I are childhood friends. Anyway. Sorry for hitting you. It's fine. It didn't really hurt. You've been friends with Seonwoo since you were little? Yeah. Since we were like 3. Oh, this is my chance to put Jason's strategy into practice. I can learn more about Seonwoo. If you're aiming for Jong Seonwoo, you should probably give up. I can learn more about Seonwoo. Huh? Not sure if you know this, but she's insanely popular. There's basically a truckload of guys going after her. But the number of success stories is 0. Well, I did kind of figure she'd be popular. She's got over 2,000 Insta followers after all. But that could just mean none of those guys are her type. Everyone has their own preferences. Sure, that's definitely possible. But that's not why I told you to give up on her. Then why? Seonwoo and I have known each other since we were kids. And we've always ended up at the same schools. So naturally, we spent a lot of time together. Then sometime around middle school. Hey, you damn girl. What are you doing? If you've got nothing to do, Go buy me some bread. Ah. Jumin. I started to feel something off about Seonwoo. She was smiling like always, but she wasn't the Seonwoo I knew. I still don't really know how to explain this feeling. And that feeling still hasn't gone away. Anyway, ever since that day, something's been weird about her. That's why I told you to give up. Something off? What? What kind of feeling is that, exactly? I've never felt anything like that from her. Honestly, this is probably something I can just ignore. It's just the pig's personal opinion, after all. Oh, what's this? You two are already close? Walking around together? Park Jinyong. Seonwoo. Where'd you run off to? Ah, well, I probably shouldn't say we were talking about her. I should make something up. We were just trash-talking you behind your back, you damn girl. Seriously, what is this pig's problem? Anyway? What? You were talking behind my back? Really? No, Seonwoo, it's not like that. Haha, I knew it. Park Jinyong, your character level is showing. It's not true. Oh, it is. I tore into you real good. Every last bit of your nasty little backside. Arg. Just shut your mouth already, you pig. You're doing well. Any more and I might have actually shot him. What is with them? Just leave those idiots alone. This is bad. I barely learned anything about Seonwoo, and now there's just more misunderstanding. It's all that pig's fault. Spewing weird stuff about something off and all that. I really should just have him butchered. Jinyong. Did you have fun talking behind my back? Seonwoo. Ugh, seriously, sometimes, Seonwoo just... Fufu. Comes at you out of nowhere like that. Seonwoo, I wasn't bad-mouthing you. I know. I'm sure Jumin was just messing around, he's always like that, ugh. There's no way you'd do that, Jinyong. More importantly, walk me home. Why? Still no bus money today? Nope. Just thinking about climbing that hill is already stressing me out. Chum, this is complicated. I didn't actually badmouth her, but I did talk about her behind her back. Yeah, that's true. For now, it's probably best not to mention that we were talking about her. Why, right? I really hate uphill roads. Is a slope like this really that hard? Of course it is. The main symptoms of anemia are weakness and fatigue. Stairs or slopes make you super short of breath and give you a massive headache. If it gets really bad, you're out of breath even standing still. You really have it rough. So that's why I want you to push me from behind. Jinyong. Huh? You're back? Is that really... Hurry up and push, don't you want to get home? Ah, okay. How is it any better? Oh yeah, it's definitely easier to climb. PFF, haha, but it kind of tickles. Tickles? Yeah. I'm a bit sensitive when people touch my back. This is bad. She jokes like this. If I got a bit closer to Seonwoo. Hey Jinyong, try pushing a little slower. Close enough that we were more casual than we are now. Just trust me, Seonwoo. Oh my, maybe I'll be walking hill with her on my back instead. Bravo. That's sweet and sugary as hell. Right, Jason? This level of daydreaming is fine, right? It's not like I'm naming our grandkids. I agree. You're free to imagine what you want. Hey Yong. Park Jinyong. I said push slower. I'm about to die over here. Whoa. Sorry. I zoned out for a second. Ha. Still, this place. The view is really nice. It feels good having everything open. So this is the kind of area Seonwoo lives near. Oh, what's this? I didn't know there was a spot like this near my place. Never knew. Really? It's your first time seeing it too? Yeah. This isn't exactly the kind of height a chronic anemia patient should be climbing. Fair enough. And thanks to you, I'm exhausted and still have to walk all the way back home. You want to die? I'm really sorry. Still, since you showed me this place, I'll let it slide just this once. It's pretty. That something off feeling Jumin said he gets from Seonwoo. I still don't really know what he meant by that. But if feeling like I can't see anything but her right now counts as something off, then maybe I've got it too. Seonwoo. I really did talk about you with Jumin. Huh? You badmouthed me? For real? No, it wasn't badmouth. It's just, somehow I ended up finding out you and Jaeolmin were childhood friends. And I just really wanted to know more about you. So it kind of ended up looking like we were talking about you behind your back. But I never badmouthed you, I swear. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. That's all. I see. You don't need to worry about stuff like that, I already forgot it. Really? Of course, let's head back. You're okay going downhill? Yeah, no problem. It was a bit of a detour, but thanks for walking me home. Bye. Yeah, bye. Perplexing. Her reaction is hard to read. Jason. I have to wonder if you really needed to be that honest. Really? I get that you wanted to be honest with her, but sometimes it's better to just stay quiet and let things go. I do wonder what she really thinks. I just really wanted to know more about you. With Jinyong. Sometimes he just hits you out of nowhere like that. Ugh, I'm so out of breath. Cookie, hey, you baked the bread in my locker, didn't you, pig? Yeah, and if I did, what are you going to do about it? Hey, you ate the bread in my locker, didn't you, pig? Yep, definitely real best friends. Oh, what's this? Heading out to play soccer for the first time in a while, my friend. Yeah. That's good. Work up a sweat and become even more of a man. My shoelace came loose. The hell? Who told you suddenly squat down in the middle of the way? Park Jinyong. I almost tripped and died, you know. You got a death wish? Joe Han Jaeol, 26. Mr. Han Jaeol. Don't look at me. Keep your head down. Hook? And why is that? Why? You really have to ask? You look ugly from below, that's why. Girls really hate being looked at from below. Plus, it's embarrassing. You punk. Next time, don't just stop dead while you're walking. Not that it matters to me since you looked like a stone just now anyway. If you'd said that to Mr. Han Jaeol, you'd be dead. A fear of getting rejected. Because of that fear, I started seeing every girl as a stone. On top of that, to make sure I'd never be rejected by anyone again, I felt the need to improve myself, and naturally started focusing on self-development, like studying and working out. As a result, goal. That's our Jinyong. Haha, so glad you're in our class. Let's crush class at this rate. Oh? The boys are playing soccer. The classroom's going to reek later. There's Park Jinyong too. Oh, you're right. Kaya. Isn't he so cool? Yeah, he definitely stands out. Jinyong. He's usually so quiet, but the way he looks when he plays sports is so cool. He doesn't seem interested in girls at all though. Isn't that part of his charm? He's got cool and sexy vibe. Ha, seriously, get a load of those cringe fangirls. Why is Park Jinyong so popular again? Cool and sexy might be pushing it a bit, no? Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. Good work, everyone. We won thanks to Jinyong. Nice work, guys. Let's play again tomorrow. I'm drenched in sweat. I should rinse off at the outdoor sink before heading in. That was an impressive shot. I didn't think there was anyone who could score a goal I couldn't block. Juman, you were a pretty good keeper today too. I am aggrieved. About what now? Do you know the dark side of soccer? I don't care to. Is that when you lose, the goalkeeper gets all the blame. Block 10 shots but let in one and it's all my fault. Must be rough. That's why I don't like you. What? Why? Because I couldn't block your shot. That's why I don't like you. This pig's starting again. Hey, hold it in, Jason. And for you, I have a present. Ack, that's cold. Are you insane, you damn pig? NGH. Don't resist. For eyes, you wear glasses too. All you do is chase after Seonwoo's shadow. What are you talking about? I'll boil you into pork. Huh? Isn't that the pig and Park Jinyong yelling? Why are they shouting so much? Dunno, I can't really hear. Wanna go see what weird stuff they're up to this time? Yeah, let's go. Ugh, I feel gross. I'm soaked because of you. Humph. You can just take it off and wring it out, what's the big deal? Seriously. I am absolutely beating you up after school. Hey, you too. What are you doing? The warning bell rang, aren't you going in? Whoa, oh my. Exactly. What a sight from hell. What the hell, I never should have called you here. Sorry, Seonwoo. Those bitches. Seonwoo ended up seeing me half naked. JHK. And it's all because of that damn pig. Get off me. For eyes. You wear glasses too. You idiot. The next day. Whoa, Juman blocked Jinyong's shot. Impressive. What's wrong, Park Jinyong? You're kicking like a little wimp today. Damn it. You don't seem to be in good shape today, my friend. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Anyway, first half's over, so I'll take a break for a bit. Ah. You look tired. Hey there, Jinyong. Seonwoo. Ah. Get down. Huh? Why? Just get down. The teacher was right. I never understood why she looked like a stone to me, but after seeing Seonwoo from below, it feels kind of embarrassing. Hey, what kind of reaction is that? Don't want to look at my face? It's not that. It's just that Mr. Han Jaeol said, people look ugly when you see them from below. And that girls hate that. Really? Do I look ugly? Huh. No. Actually, you look even prettier. HM. Shit. HM shit. What did I just... You walked right into her trap. Same as before, you fell straight into it. Jason. Even prettier. Huh? Nicely done. What do I do now, Jason? What do you mean? Figure it out yourself. Jasoon. No, there's nothing you can do. I've seen this before. If you try to take it back, it just gets weirder. Seriously, my stupid mouth. Thanks for the compliment. You said that to make me feel good, right? Is she just gonna let it slide? Compliments are always nice to hear. That's true. I hear girls complimenting you all the time about how you're cool and sexy. What? No way, I'm not like that at all. Really? Because I don't think they're wrong. Really? In what way? Well, in every way. Seonwoo. Hey. Jinyong. Second half starting. Ah, right? Jinyong. Score 1. You got this. You know, Jason, I don't know why, but I just wasn't feeling it in the first half. The balls with Jinyong. Stop him. But now my body suddenly feels light. How did that happen? I think you already know the answer. It's because she's watching you. My friend, I'm a bit hesitant to say this, since it kind of goes against the advice I gave you before. But maybe your happy little fantasies. Maybe they're not so bad after all. Goal. Nice one, Jinyong. What a shot. Haha. Damn it. Don't be mad, Jumin. I'll never forgive you, Jumin. Nice. Actually, you look even prettier. To him, yeah. You really must feel lucky, you little brat. What do you mean? We already bought the tickets and now we can't go? They said things are hectic at the site. What do you want me to do? I have to work. Ah, seriously. Then what about these tickets? Ah, son. Mom, heading to school, yeah. Did you eat? I'll just grab some kimbap on the way. Haha, hey, that's not a real meal. I actually am hungry. Eating with dad still feels a bit heavy. Still, you should eat properly, my friend. Jason definitely looks well fed. Oh, right, honey. I got these from the neighbor. Do you want to go see this weekend? What's that? Tickets to a play. Go watch it with a friend this weekend. Ah. I was gonna go with your dad, but he has to work. I thought we'd finally go out together after such a long time. Ahem. A play? And 2 tickets? Who should I go with? Sorry, Jinyong. I think I'm coming down with something that day. I can't go with you. I got club stuff to deal with. Plays aren't really my thing anyway. Well, Pig, you're more into anime than theater, right? I figured it wouldn't be your type. Huh? What are you talking about? I don't even watch anime. Huh? Anyway, I'm going to the snack bar. That's weird. Why did I automatically assume Jumin watches anime? Stereotypes can be scary. Jason. Anyway, all your first choices turned you down. So what are you going to do? Well, who should I go with? Ha ha ha. Be honest. You want to go with Seonwoo, don't you? You used to be controlled by fear, and now you can't think about anyone but her. No, Jason, well, I think it's time you made a choice. Huh? What choice? Hey, Park Jinyong. Aren't you going to greet your teacher? Miss Han Jaeol, sorry, I didn't see you there. I figured. You were walking while talking to yourself. Ah, do you, by any chance, make up imaginary friends and talk to them? Huh? How did she know? So, there's a girl you want to take to this play, right? Yeah, that's true. That Seonwoo girl is pretty popular, right? Wait, what? Huh? How did you know it was Seonwoo? I heard the whole thing yesterday when you whispering sweet nothings to her. Was it? You look even prettier? Anyway, you're scared of getting rejected, aren't you? Yeah, embarrassingly so, HM. I mean, asking Seonwoo, a girl, to go out with you in front of everyone. That's basically asking her out on a date. It's practically a confession. Even so, you cowardly brat, Miss Han Jaeol. One day you're going to thank me, huh? Seonwoo. Jinyong seems to have something on his mind, so go hear what he has to say. Well, what could it be? Huh? Why is Seonwoo here? Jinyong wants to see a play with you this weekend. Huh? Teacher. Ha ha ha, he's saying it through the teacher? What a coward. Hey, don't say that, ugh. Seriously. So go talk to Jinyong, okay? Jinyong, no. Miss Han Jaeol said it herself. That this is basically asking her out on a date. You're gonna see a play this weekend, right? Do you want to go with me? Yeah, it's basically a confession. Wow, just like that, you ended up spending the weekend with Seonwoo. You said yeah without thinking. You really need to fix that habit of just going with the flow. If you think about it, Miss Han Jaeol is... No, you're right, Jason. By the way, I don't look weird, do I? You look hot. Really? It's my first time wearing contacts. They're super uncomfortable. My friend. That is not the important part. What kind of relationship do you want with Seonwoo? Jason? You need to decide now. From what I see, you clearly have romantic feelings for her. And with that date invitation, she's probably noticed to some extent. For most people, that wouldn't be a big deal. But you have an extreme fear of rejection, don't you? If you just charge straight at Seonwoo like this, the same thing from happen again. I mean that scene you saw in your dream. But if you let go of your feelings for her now, you can avoid what you're most afraid of. But how? How do you let go of feelings that are already there? You've done it before. Seeing Seonwoo as a stone. My friend. What? If you choose to see Seonwoo as a stone again because you're afraid of rejection, then I'll give you advice that fits that choice. However, Jinyong, did you dress up today? If you want to overcome your trauma. As your longtime friend, I'll do everything I can to help you. So, choose. I guess this is one of those experiences almost everyone goes through at some point. Like when a girl turns you down. I'm talking about being rejected. Just imagine every girl as a stone. Jason's advice couldn't have been more spot on. When a man and a woman spend time together, feelings naturally start to build. Once that happens, you inevitably begin wanting to get closer to that person. But if you decide to see women as nothing more than stones, you can shut down urge to get close before it even starts. Staying like this really does feel easier for me. Even if rejection is something everyone faces, I'm absolutely terrified of it. Ooh, look at you, Jinyong, drinking an espresso. Such a sophisticated grown-up. Huh? Oh well, it's not really like that. I only ordered it because it was the cheapest thing on the menu. We've still got about an hour until the play starts, right? Yeah, I think so. It's my first time seeing a play, so I'm really looking forward to it. Haha. Anyway, about Jason said, if I manage to kill my feelings for Seonwoo by treating her as a stone, then maybe I can avoid being rejected by her, like in that dream. But if I choose to actually face things and try to approach Seonwoo, I'll have to confront this trauma of mine head on. Can someone like me really pull that off? After all, I've spent years relying on this defense mechanism of turning every girl I see into a stone in my mind. What's going on that head of yours, Jinyong? Huh? Oh, the espresso tasted so awful I kind of zoned out. Liar, you were clearly thinking about something else. Ah. I can't believe you're off in your own world when I'm sitting right here. I'm really sorry. You should have just gotten a chocolate latte. Why'd you pick something that bitter? Sorry. 2 hours. That's how long it took me to get ready to see you today. Doing my makeup. Choosing my outfit. I spent all time just to meet up with you, so stop drifting off. Pay attention to me. She's right. Zoning out like that when she's right in front of me was rude. Since you're treating me to a play, I'll forgive you this time. Thanks. Time's up. Let's go, Jinyong. Okay. For now, I'll put everything else and just focus on being here with Seonwoo. I can worry about the rest later. Oh, Romeo. Why must your name be Romeo? Because my mother gave it to me. I can't believe you didn't know that. You're such a silly girl. You really are amazing. Romeo, come here, let me hold you. This is so boring. Wow, that doll is adorable. Want me to win it for you? I've already burned through $20 on this. Whoa, wow, he really can't sing. Haha. Hand it over, I'll cut it for you. Thanks. So then, about Sujeong. You and Sujeong are really close, right? Phew, that was fun. Thanks for walking me home. No problem. Get home safe, Jinyong. Yeah. Jinyong, is there something you wanted to say? You seem really hesitant. Oh, well, the thing is, I wanted to tell her how much I enjoyed today. That I'd like us to hang out, just the two of us, again. That I hope she'll go out with me next time too. Jinyong? Haha. I'll see you at school. Ha ha ha, ha. Why would you say that like you're unsure of yourself? You made me nervous for no reason. I'm really going now. Bye. To say that I want to see Seonwoo again. I'm still too scared of being turned down. Just imagining how she might respond. Next time I'll think about it, haha, is already terrifying. Yeah, this feels like the safer choice. If I keep getting closer to Seonwoo like this, I'm only going to end up feeling more and more uncomfortable. This date wasn't even something I set up myself. Miss Hanjail pushed it into motion on her own. For all I know, Seonwoo might have only come along because she felt obligated. Just like happened 5 years ago, if I practice enough, I should be able to see Seonwoo as a stone too. Yeah, I need to do it before we get any closer. Jinyong. Next time, order something other than espresso. Like a chocolate latte. So then, are you really choosing to turn Seonwoo into a stone in your mind? Whatever you decide, I'll stand by your choice. Running away from what scares you is one way to deal with it. Just like you did 5 years ago. Jason. How do I look right now? You had someone else ask her out for you. You got scolded for spacing out even though your date was sitting right there. You made her cut your pork cutlet for you, and you couldn't even ask for a second date because you were scared. Now you're thinking of backing off because you're afraid of getting too close to Seonwoo. And your solution is to start seeing her as a stone again. Oops, that came out harsher than I meant. I'm just laying out the facts as they are. Anyway, man. You really are a complete loser. Seonwoo. Huh? I'm sorry. Next time I'll take you to a much better play. You fell asleep because this one was boring, so think of it as my apology. Haha. I was wondering when you'd finally say that. Sorry. I grabbed your hand all of a sudden without thinking. Relax. Anyway, next time show your mind. It'll probably be more fun that way. I'll be looking forward to it. Okay? Yeah. Get home safe. You too, get home safe. The next day. Superm. 7, 8. Whenever something's weighing on my mind, I usually work out. Yesterday, I promised Seonwoo there would be a next time. And that means I've decided to overcome my fear of rejection and get closer to her. You've made a bold decision, my friend. Nicely done. Thanks, Jason. But it's not easy as it sounds. How am I supposed to actually get closer to Seonwoo? How many sets do you have left? 3 more. Oh. Still, every time I do pull-ups, my joints really start to hurt. Hey, you little punk. Wah, don't scare me like that. Who are you? Me Sookyung. What a coincidence, running into you here, Park Jinyong. Sookyung? Oh, she's Seonwoo's friend. I recognize the stone shape. Hey, try doing those pull-ups again like before. Huh? What for? Just do it. Okay. Hey, Iya. Who on earth does pull-ups like that? Ugh. Ow. Superm, hey, what do you think you're doing? If you keep doing pull-ups like that, you're not getting healthy, you're just killing your joints. Huh? I'm gonna go change clothes, so wait here. Wait, what for? I still have 3 sets left. Hey, you rock. I said wait here, I'm gonna change first. Okay. What's her deal? This is an opportunity. An opportunity? What do you mean? Remember the strategy, if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear 100 battles? Yeah. The one about learning more about Seonwoo. Exactly. Last time we got a bit of info about Seonwoo from that fat guy. Back then, you were trying to learn about her so you weren't get overwhelmed by her. I get it. You're saying I should casually ask Sookyung about her. Precisely. At the very least, she's way more useful than Pip. Agreed. Not long after that. You changed? I did. My pants and my shoes, duh. What, you picking a fight or something? Oh sorry, you just look like a rock to me. Anyway, just do one pull-up. I want to see your form. Hey Sookyung, you're close with Seonwoo, right? Huh? Yeah, I am. Why bring her up all of a sudden? Oh, I get it. You're into Seonwoo, aren't you? Wait, how did you know that? I mean, it's not like that. I was just curious, that's all. Oh please. Don't be silly. Even a passing chicken could tell that you're crushing on her. I'm serious, look, even the chicken's nodding. Enguk, why is there even a chicken here? What farm did it escape from? Winning Seonwoo over isn't going to be easy. Why? Because she's popular? That's part of it, but how do I put this? She's kind of mysterious. Sun was usually really friendly with everyone at school. She's super easy to get along with. It's true she spends most of her time with me, but even though we hang out a lot, I still feel like I still don't really know what's going on in her head. No matter how much we joke around or chat, she almost nuts about her personal stuff. Kind of feels like she keeps a lot of secrets. Still, even so, I'm definitely her closest friend. Anyway, just be prepared you're going to get your heart messed up and be super conflicted later. Mysterious, huh? That fat guy said something pretty similar. Is there something about her I'm not seeing? Hey, hurry up and do your pull-ups. I've never felt that way around her. Don't zone out. Ow. Okay. But why are you suddenly making me do this? Are you actually good at sports or something? So I look weak to you, huh? You look like a rock, so I can't really tell. Well, for the record, I might look plain, but I'm actually pretty good at sports. Don't fall for me, okay? Nice. You're really full of yourself. Don't you think the PE teacher is secretly handsome? Wow, so your type is older guys. He's not exactly some old man, is he? I don't think he's even hit 30 yet. Seriously, his face says otherwise. They're from our class. But don't you think the PE teacher kind of seems interested in Miss Hanjaeol? Wow, those two really don't match. Hey, stop using momentum. Pull with your back more, grip the bar evenly on both sides. Okay, just 3 more. Please have mercy. This is driving me crazy. Move, kid. Alright, grab the bar like this. Then pull using your back. Like this. Huh? This is hard. Answer me, you useless rock. How is this any different from what I did? Seriously. Well, that's so cool. Sookyung Heek. Seonwoo. Sookyung, what were you doing here? Seriously, Seonwoo shows up out of nowhere. Park Jinyong was doing pull-ups wrong, so I was teaching him. I know, right? But what's with this chicken? No idea, it was just here. It's kind of cute. Hey, Jinyong? Hey, Seonwoo. Wow, how do you guys even do that? Just hanging there is already hard for me. Well, you have anemia, Seonwoo. Huh? Are you making fun of me? Sorry. Seonwoo, do you want to try it too? Want me to give you a boost? Sure, sounds fun. Hey, Park Jinyong, you count from the front. Okay. Alright, don't be scared and pull up slowly. Even with someone helping, this is still pretty tough. Superm. What are you doing, Seonwoo? I told you to pull. NJH. But seriously, what was with that chicken earlier? Kaya. Huh? What's with you two? Why do you look like that? See? I told you not to overdo it when you've got anemia. That's not it. Sukyung, I'm sorry. Are you okay? Ah. This idiot was daydreaming in the middle of the exercise, and that glasses guy wasn't even counting. So I lost my temper. Ah. I'm gonna kill all of you. Eek. Sorry, Sukyung. Man, that wore me out, right, Seonwoo? I didn't even do anything though. Maybe it'd be good to learn some exercises sometime? I'll think about it. Come to think of it, that know yourself and your enemy and you'll win any battle G. But I had fun working out with her, so I guess that's enough for now? I agree. Plans like this need to move forward slowly. Seonwoo, I'm heading this way. Ah, okay. I'll go first then. See you at school tomorrow. Yeah, what's up? Did you want to say something? No, it's nothing. I was just curious. I'm heading off then. Bye. Bye. Why would you say it like that? Jason, why are you sighing? My dear friend, it's not like I fully understand a woman's heart either. But I have this feeling that you just gave the wrong answer. Huh? Which part? Think about it carefully on your way home. Can't you just tell me? When are you going to stop making dumb judgment calls at crucial moments? That's a bit harsh, isn't it? At least tell me why. Eek, how long have you been following me? I went up to the school rooftop after hours. The rooftop seemed like a nice place to be, since it was so open and spacious. It was around 9 in the evening. I assumed that at that time, the only people left on campus would be a few teachers at most. Then, all of a sudden, I heard someone playing. The music room is on the top floor of the building. I remember thinking, who would be playing piano this late at night? But, in the next moment, chills ran down my spine, because the playing was so good it sent shivers through me. It was incredible. Why are you telling this like it's some kind of horror story? I'm getting scared over here. Jason, are you actually shaking right now? It reminded me of when I fought the Chupasiyu. Anyway, who was the one playing? I can't believe someone at our school is that talented. Kang Sukyung, you really don't know? Huh? Know what? About the rumor that someone appears at our school? The music room ghost? A long time ago, there was a girl here who stayed in the music room every night, playing the piano. On that day too, while she was playing, she died. Whoa, just like that. Why? Supposedly, she choked on a piece of candy she was eating. Supposedly? Can't you explain it properly? Ever since then, late at night in the music room, people say you can hear a piano playing even when there's nobody inside. Which means that the piano sound you heard, Kang Sukyung, might very well have been a ghost performance. Huh? What kind of ghost story is supposed to be? Ugh. But it's actually really scary. So Seonwoo really can't handle scary stuff, huh? She's shaking just from a story like that. Secretly kind of timid. Park Jinyong, Young Seonwoo. Perfect timing. Miss Hanjaeol, if you're not busy, come to the staff room and help me with something. Oh yes, Miss Hanjaeol. Let's go. Jinyong. Hey pig, was that ghost story actually true? Huh? That's the first I've heard of it. Of course I made it up. I only said it because I wanted to see their scared faces. But Seonwoo looked genuinely terrified. I'm pretty proud of myself, to be honest, hee. You insane bastard. Phew. Helping grade all those tests really wore me out. Ms. Hanjaeol works pretty hard too. Yeah. Seonwoo, are you okay? You don't look so good. Ah, it's nothing. Ha ha ha. Is it because of that ghost story the pig told earlier? No. What are you talking about? There's no ghosts in this world. What are you talking about? There's no such thing as ghosts in this world. I'm not scared at all. A girl who died because she choked on candy or whatever. Judging from how much she's trembling, it clearly got to her. What? Piano sounds? At this hour, it sounds like it's coming from the music room. It's exactly like the story from before. No way, it can't actually be a ghost playing, right? No chance. It's probably just some student who stayed late to practice. Huh? What's that? Someone's still at school this late? Seonwoo, are you okay? I don't think she's okay. Huh? It's coming this way. Aya. It's the ghost of the girl who choked on candy. Coming this way. Seonwoo. Where are you going? Help. If you're going to run, at least go down the stairs. What's with them? Did they just run away from me? A ghost? Curter, do I really look like a ghost right now? Seonwoo. What happened? Damn stairs. Huh? Is it because of your anemia? More importantly, something black suddenly rushed at me just now. Probably looked like that because it was dark. It was just a person. Whatever. This is all because that pig had to tell such a creepy story. There's that piano sound again. Still, seriously, who would be playing piano at this time of night? No wonder ghost rumors start circulating when stuff like this happens. And with how scared Seonwoo is right now, I need to calm her down somehow. Wait. This is actually a really good situation. Jason? What do you mean, a good situation? It's a chance for you to get closer to Seonwoo. a girl shaking with fear. When a guy and a girl are together in a moment like this, what tends to happen is... It is kind of scary, though. The so-called suspension bridge effect. Suspension bridge effect kicks in. I've heard about it before. It's that psychological phenomenon where someone says, "Take my hand and hold on tight," and you nervously reply, "Okay," and because you're in a scary or dangerous situation, you end up feeling drawn to the person you're with. But Jason, trying to actually pull off this whole suspension bridge effect plan right now is kind of impossible, since the piano music we're hearing is way bright and cheerful. Seonwoo's face has softened up too. Looks like she's not really scared anymore. Ha, ha ha ha. That ghost is actually amazing at the piano, don't you think? Yeah, it really is. The beat is in 3/4 time. It's a waltz. Oh, so this is a waltz? How do you know that so well? Oh, really? Jumin and I used to together when we were young. Teacher, can I change partners? Hey, I hate this more than you do. Do you not dance anymore? Nah, I ended up liking art lessons better, so I quit. And on top of that, there's my anemia now too. By the way, Jumin is actually really good at dancing. He was kind of a prodigy, like genuine dance genius. Huh? I cannot picture that at all. Is it even possible for someone with that body type to dance like that? Still, that must have been fun, ballroom dancing. I mean, you think so? Yeah. It's something totally outside my world. Even though I don't remember much since it was way back in kindergarten. Well, since our ghost is kindly providing background piano for us. Give me your hand. Huh? Why? Just give it to me already. Why? Okay. There we go. Now for the next step. Damn it. Seonwoo? I'm so sorry. Are you okay? I'm really awful at this stuff. My leg still hasn't fully recovered from that low kick Sookyung gave me. It's fine. Let's go again. Okay. Ugh, alright then. Spin around once huh? Jinyong? PFF hahaha, you're unbelievably hopeless at this. My nose still hasn't fully healed from the time Sookyung broke it. Ha 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 ha. We can still give it one more try if you want. Are you sure? Yeah, why not? But if you step on my foot again, I'm breaking yours too. I'm really sorry. Since I'm so bad at this, you'll have to teach me properly, Seonwoo. Haha. Alright, how do I say this? I'll be in your care? Wow. I'll be in your care too. The so-called music room ghost. The mysterious piano piece that echoes through the school night after night. No one had any idea who was playing it. And that strange melody. But right now, for someone else, that same melody has probably become something like a gift. Come to think of it, Seonwoo, yeah? Are you still doing art? Yeah, I still draw. Then, could you maybe draw a super buff, macho guy with a beard for me sometime? I'll definitely make it up to you. I'm not very good at drawing people, but I can give it a try sometime. Thanks. So Sun was into drawing, huh? I had no idea. I feel like there was something I wanted to try do. Oh, right. Jinyong, I need to go to the restroom. Huh? Are you going to be okay? Huh? What do you mean? Do you mean I'll be right back? No, that's not what I... That's odd. She was terrified earlier. But now she's walking into that dark school all by herself? Maybe she's already gotten used to the fear? Suspicious. What's suspicious, Jason? Do you remember the suspension bridge effect plan? Yeah, the one we were just about to try. I've got a theory. What if suspension bridge effect plan has actually been in effect this whole time? The music ghost, huh? PFF, haha. As if ghosts really exist in this world. But the spot where he stepped hurts, you know. Park Jinyong, you clumsy brute. Are you finished playing the piano? It's gotten pretty late. Wrap it up and head home. Yeojin. Could I please play just one more piece before I go? Miss Hanjail, what are you muttering about over there? I can't hear a word. I'm sorry. Alright, let's head home. What do you think about it? You know, how she seems to get along with pretty much everyone at school. I'm not in her shoes, so I can't say for sure, but somehow it feels like... Hey, think you could draw me a bearded muscular macho guy sometime? I'll definitely make it worth your while. That's such a broad request. I should go ask her about it directly. Seonwoo. Do you have a minute? Yuan Subin. Oh, what's going on? Look at this. So, I film vlogs as a hobby and upload them on YouTube, right? You popped up in one of them for a bit last time, Seonwoo. Did I? After that, the views just exploded. Everyone's crazy asking when you'll show up again. Seonwoo. They keep asking if we're close and everything. They all say you're super pretty. Yuan's on her way to becoming an influencer. Huh? Yup. So here's what I was thinking. Since we're at it, let's film a proper vlog together this time. Once I start making money from it, I'll treat you to something delicious. Oh. Sure, why not? Today's mission. Invite Seonwoo to go to the school store with you. That's gonna feel too obvious. Should just skip it for today? Nonsense. You already decided you'd try getting closer to Seonwoo. Doing something small is nothing more than practice. You're right. I've made up my mind, so I might as well brave about it. Well said, my friend. Ugh, I'm nervous. Hello, everyone. You should at least tell the viewers your name. My name stays a secret, haha. She's going for the mysterious image, I see. Anyway, the three of us are super close friends. PFF, haha. Are they in the middle of filming something? Looks like she's busy right now. I'll have to come back later. Still, I ended up not even attempting today's mission of going to the school store with Seonwoo, since she seemed way too busy to approach. Phew. I guess there was no helping it. Seonwoo is really popular at school, after all. Yeah, no kidding. I didn't realize she had many close friends. She really is something. Jinyong. You're talking to yourself while walking again, Seonwoo. What are you talking about? Talking to myself. I wasn't doing that at all. I've seen you do it plenty of times, don't try to deny it, Ak. Anyway, Jinyong. Don't have bus money again today. How did you know? Anyway, Jinyong. Don't have money again today. Ah, right. Want me to walk you home? That'd be great. Seonwoo. Actually, this works out perfectly. Hey, Yuan Subin. Yeah. Seonwoo, are you busy? Since we ran into you, we figured we could film that vlog we talked about. Oh. You're with Jinyong. Yuan. Hey, Yuan. This is when we should quietly bow out. Exactly. Make sure you film with us tomorrow, though. Okay, Seonwoo, we'll head off for today. Bye. But Yuan, aren't we asking a bit too much of her? Maybe we are? It's okay. It's fine. Sun was nice, so she'll definitely go along with something like this. Worst case, we just owe her some tekbaki later, haha. When you put it like that, it sounds fair. So those two are close friends of Seonwoo's. Huh? I really don't know much about her relationships with other people. Then again, Sukyoung did say she's on good terms with everyone. Huh? What's that? Why Seonwoo's face look? Haha. Wow, I must be such an idiot, Jinyong. Huh? What do you mean? I totally forgot I recharged my bus card yesterday. And I have somewhere I need to stop by, so you don't have to walk me home today. Oh, got it. Whoosh whoosh. That expression she just had. There was something really off about it. Huh? Off? I sensed something strange from Seonwoo, and that feeling still hasn't gone away. Could this be Jumin was talking about? I'm pretty sure it is. Even though it was a situation we could have just laughed off, Seonwoo's reaction just now was way too intense. And then she rushed out of there like she couldn't escape fast enough. That has to be the weird vibe that Pig mentioned. So what do you say, my friend? Are you going to dig into it? Yeah, if understanding it is what helps me get closer to her. All right. Then I'll give you your next mission. Next mission? From the people you know, pick out the person who seems closest to Seonwoo and call them out. Park Jinyong. And then find out, why'd you drag me out here this late at night? Seriously, I told you not to fall for me, about Seonwoo. A little deeper. So what did you want? I've got a part-time shift later, so make it quick. Oh, you work nights too, Sukyoung? Yeah. It's about Seonwoo. HM? I see. I thought maybe he wanted more tips, but turns out it's love advice. Huh? Love advice? Is that what this is? That said, I'm a bit surprised. I figured you'd definitely call that certain someone instead. Talking to Jumin just feels awkward somehow. I figured you'd definitely call that. So, you're saying Seonwoo's expression looked off at the time? Yeah, it definitely did. She looked way more agitated than usual. I don't think just not wanting to film a vlog would make someone react like that. Since you're close with Seonwoo, I figured you might have seen something similar before, so... I'm not sure if it's the same kind of situation, but there is one thing that comes to mind. Want to hear it? Yeah. Promise me you'll stop doing pull-ups with bad form, and I'll tell you. Alright. I can't remember exactly when this was, but there were some kids in class gathered a cake blowing out candles. It was probably someone's birthday, though it wasn't anyone I was particularly close with. Seonwoo. Come join us and have some cake. It's Minyoung's birthday today. You knew, right, HM? No, The look on Seonwoo's face caught off guard up against the birthday girl's eager, expectant eyes. So sorry. It completely slipped my mind. Minyoung, I'll make it up to you and buy dinner later, Oh, happy birthday. I really need the restroom. Sukyoung, come with me. Oh, sure. Wow, she genuinely forgot. Is that for real? Do you know how Minyoung does for Seonwoo? That must have hurt. Haha. Honestly, Seonwoo kind of keeps people at arm's length. I honestly don't get it. I thought we were close. What did she just say? I should beat her up. Did Seonwoo hear that? Right after, I watched Seonwoo's face closely, and she had this expression on her that I'd never seen before. She'd probably overheard what those girls were saying about her, but it wasn't like she was holding back anger exactly. It was more like she'd quietly accepted it. A kind of resignation. Anyway, that's the thing, it wasn't just regular anger. Something about it was different. That does sound complicated. Park Jinyong, what do you make of it? Make of what? Being close with everyone at school, I mean, oh, like how Seonwoo is. Yeah. I'm not the one living it, so I can't say for sure, but lately I can't help but wonder if it might actually be a kind of curse. Anyway, my shift's about to start, so I'm heading out. Oh right. I did say winning Seonwoo over isn't going to be easy. You're in for a rough time, I'm telling you. That girl is just way too much of a mystery. A curse? Being close with everyone? Won't getting along with everyone be a good thing? What connection could Story and Seonwoo's expression yesterday possibly have? And what was that off-feeling Jumin kept going on about? I genuinely have no idea. Jason, do you have any clue? I'm starting to question just how dense I really am. That's not true, Jason. This won't do, my friend. Do you have some kind of plan? Not exactly. But enter deep thought mode. Oh, you mean just sit with the problem and keep thinking until something clicks? Precisely. This is harder it sounds. Getting close to someone, I mean, couldn't agree more. The next day. Oh my god. Seonwoo, look at the view count. Ooh, it crossed 50,000? Yeah, in just one day. It's all because you're so pretty, Seonwoo. Yuan, this is your doing. Don't forget about me once you become an influencer. Okay? Huh? What are you talking about? You're going to be a regular feature. We're in the same boat now. There's no way I'm doing regular appearances. It's not a bad deal though. I'll give you a cut of the revenue. I'd rather not. It feels like a lot of pressure having my face out there. Come on, the views just aren't the same without you. You already have a ton of followers on Insta anyway. What's the difference? Really, hey, Yuan, ease up. Seonwoo said it's too much for her. Just once, come on. Just once, Seonwoo. Haha. You've got to strike while the iron's hot. Please, people are asking about you like crazy in the comments. If you back out now, I'll genuinely be upset. Ha ha ha. Upset? Hey Yuan. I said no. HFF. My face has been looking so puffy lately. I'm not cute enough right now, huh? When I'm looking better, I'll film with you again. What's with her? Did she just give me the cold shoulder? Looks like it. No. Hey Subin, was I asking too much of her? Well, it's a good deal for Seonwoo too, so there was no need to react like that. She overreacted a bit, don't you think? Right? Honestly, I'm kind of taken back. Calm down, Yuan. There are rumors she can be a bit cold. Just let it go. After seeing this today, I'm starting to believe it. Ha, same pattern all over again. If she was going to say no, couldn't she just do it nicely? Did she have to go and shut down like that? Well, Jong-sun was making things awkward for me. Easy, Yuan. Seonwoo probably just reacted without thinking. Where was there even a reason for her to react without thinking? What's that? Seonwoo? Huh? Park Jinyong? What? Oh no, I was so lost in thought about Seonwoo while walking that I ended up reacting to her name without thinking. No, it's nothing. I just heard Seonwoo's name come up, so... It doesn't concern you. Park Jinyong, are you and Seonwoo a thing? What? No, it's not like that. You might want to be careful either way. There are a lot of rumors that she's kind of cold. Right, Subin? Well, I mean, I'm just saying it because I'd hate for you to end up being strung along. I personally like Seonwoo just fine. But it never hurts to be aware of these things. We still believe she's not kind of person, though, right, Subin? What? Seonwoo is cold? String someone along? Are you serious? Have these stones completely lost their minds? A place overflowing with unconditional love. A world where hatred and resentment don't exist, where only happiness fills every corner. I can say with certainty that such a world cannot exist, unless maybe something like heaven truly turns out to be real. But the moment you start believing a place like that actually exists, because when that belief finally collapses and you realize it was nothing but an illusion, the pain is severe. That she strings people along? Seriously? Have all these stones gone insane? Anyway, that's the kind of rumor going around, so maybe you should think carefully, Jinyong. What are you even talking about? Who are you suddenly pop up and start saying weird things? Huh? I really don't get you too. Are you close with Seonwoo or something? Is that why you're saying all this, or what? What's your deal? Forget it. I was just saying it, let's go, Subin. Yeah. Looks like they're holding a grudge against Seonwoo and are taking cheap shots behind her back. Be careful, my friend. If you get mixed up in something like this, it'll only turn into a headache. Actually, no. Where are you going? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Weren't you about to say something to me? Calling Seonwoo cold and whatever. Are you just trying to stir things up? And seriously, who even are you? I'll decide for myself what kind of person Seonwoo is. Forget it. Do whatever you want. Gossip about her, badmouth her, I don't care. I'm honestly speechless. Yeah, Yuan, let's drop it already and... Wow. They must really be dating. Yuan? Otherwise his behavior wouldn't make any sense, right? First Song Jinwoo, and now Park Jinyong. Ha ha ha. This is entertaining. This is fun. Hey Subin. Yeah? Imagine how much juicier things will get if we start spreading that around. Wait, Come on, think about it. The two of them are practically dripping with sweetness. Shouldn't we help out a little? Don't you think? I'm hungry. Yuan. Snap out of it. Hey pig, are you out of your mind? HM? Oh dear. Did I just run someone over? My apologies. But why didn't you dodge? Standing in the middle of the hallway at lunchtime and not expecting a starving person to charge through. That was your mistake, wasn't it? Still, since they are serving pork cutlets for lunch today, I'll let this one slide. What are you even talking about? Yuan, get up. Yuan. Great, no umbrella. That's a problem. Be a man and just sprint through it. Guess I'll have to. So what was all of that in the end? What do you mean? Seonwoo's overly intense expression. The curse Sukyung mentioned, and the off-feeling Jumin talked about. I still don't know what any of it really means. Or was it really as simple as her just being uncomfortable because people she's not that close to kept clinging to her? Hard to say. Could also be tied to some personal trauma of hers. You know, you've got your own trauma that's not exactly easy for others to understand either. Yeah, that's true. In any case, I don't think we can dig much deeper into this right now. You're right, Jason. This is the kind of thing we can ask about only after you've gotten much closer to her. Yeah. It might be something really personal. Still, this rain is way too heavy. I'm gradually losing confidence that I can actually run through this. Jinyong. Looks like you don't have an umbrella. Huh? I was just about to do you a favor and lend you some of my kindness. Or maybe Seonwoo. Thank goodness. Could you share your umbrella with him? Just until the bus stop. Huh? Why is she staring at me like that? She hasn't said a single word. Do I have something on my face? Hey, Seonwoo, is something wrong or... Oh, finally. I mean, how should I put this? You're really good looking.